So today we'll see about the multi collection of data types. We made one data set which have a multiple different, which have a collection of multiple different data types. You can see over here that we have a name which is have a embedded data type, which have a collection of embedded data types, which have then gender is a string, age is a integer, select language is nothing but the one type of array. Languages is nothing but the array with embedded data types. Right. So whatever different data types which provided by the MongoDB, its maximum we are used over here and making, and we'll try to make one data set. We have been trying to make one data sets. So we have around four different records. We have around four different records. So what I need to do over here? So first I need to create one database. So I am creating one database that is called use emp employee underscore master, right? So I have been created one database that is called the employee underscore master. Now I want to create a database that is I want to create a collection that is called the emp info. So I just select this all the thing and we'll try to paste it. So try to paste it. Okay, why it's not working over here? So okay, so let me see how many collection I have. So the data is pasted over here. Now we'll see the collections. The collections. So I have a collection is called the emp info. Let me see that how many records inside the emp info. The db.emp underscore info dot find, and it should be in pretty form, right? So all the record is there, right? We'll count it. So that should be a total. How many records I have been inserted? Total 4 records. That is the total 4 record is there. Okay. Now we'll start to do some operations. So I want to find such a records whose gender should be a male. Whose gender should be a male. Right. So what should be a query in SQL? So if we learn the SQL, so what should be a query? So select start from emp info. We have a select emp info where gender like M, right, or F, M male or female. This will be our query in our relational database. Now how we can write this query in MongoDB? So what I need to do, I need to return the db dot emp underscore info dot find. Now inside the bracket you need to use another curly bracket. Inside the curly bracket I will return that gender colon equal to, I need a mem, I need to m, then press the enter, right? So just see in pretty form. So here I find out that how many records, whatever records we have in my collections, whatever documents we have in my collection, from that whose gender is male, that all the records should be selected by the query over here, right? So this is your output, right? But what happened over here, that there is a multiple data it's fetched all the documents from the collections. Here you can find out my query is what the select star from EMP. Star stand for what? All the attributes from the database, or sorry, from the tables. All the attributes from the tables. Same over here, that when I'm firing the query, so what happened? All the documents from the collections whose gender is equal to M, they got as a we got as a outputs. But I don't want these all the documents. I want some specific documents, or I want only a genders. I want to find out only a gender. I want use a query like this. Let's select a gender. Select gender from EMP info where gender light. I want to write this kind of query. So what we can do? So this is query. This is your query, right? Just I'm use the comma. Just first, okay. Just I'm use the comma. Then I will use the gender colon 1. Gender colon 1. Now it said that you find out all the records from the document from the collections called the EMP info whose gender is equal to male, but from the all the document you need to display only a gender. You need to display only a gender, because why? Because here I am giving a condition the gender colon 1 only. By default all are 1. By default all are 1, but here I specified that I want only a gender, and when I specified the gender colon 1, then automatically rest of the all the document will be a 0. Will be a 0. You can find out over here. You can find out that in the previous one, what happened? All the document was there. All the document was there. Now, when I'm specified that I want to display only a gender. When I'm specified, I want to display only a gender. So how I can specify? By just giving a boolean values is 1 or 0. Why 1 and 0? 1 stand for true and 0 stand for false. That we have been discussed in the last sessions, right? So, but still there is a problem. What problem over here? What I have been written? Select gender. I don't want ID as well. I don't want ID as well. So now what we can do? So what I will do? I will return that gender colon 1 comma $ID colon 0. Now you must have a question that you have been said that when I specified that gender is equal to 1, that means I want to display only a genders, and rest will be automatically 0. So why ID is not there? Why ID is not getting the value as a 0? Why? Because you have been not created the ID. ID is created by the MongoDB itself, right? So that's why it's by default always will be a 1. It always shows their values. If you don't want to display their values, you need to specify it by giving the 0. अगर आपको आईडी नहीं देखनी है तो आपको क्या स्पेसिफाई करना पड़ेगा? उसके पीछे 0 आपको स्पेसिफाई करना है, नहीं तो डिफॉल्ट 1 ही लेगा. बाय डिफॉल्ट सभी डॉक्यूमेंट की वैल्यू 1 ही होती है. तो आप जैसे फाइंड क्वेरी डालते हो, फाइंड कमांड डालते हो, तो सब डॉक्यूमेंट डिस्प्ले होते हैं. लेकिन जैसे ही आपने फाइंड की स्पेसिफिक कंडीशन के साथ मैंने स्पेसिफिकेशन डाला कि भाई मेरी जेंडर ही मुझे डिस्प्ले करना है और उसकी वैल्यू मैंने ट्रू डाली, तो ऑटोमेटिकली रेस्ट ऑफ द डॉक्यूमेंट वो 0 हो जाते. लेकिन आईडी नहीं हो रहा. क्यों नहीं हो रहा? क्योंकि वो बाय डिफॉल्ट जनरेटेड है मोंगोडीबी के द्वारा. हमने नहीं किया, उसको फिल्टर हमने नहीं बनाया, तो वो वैल्यू 0 नहीं होती, हमें करनी पड़ेगी. तब हमने की, तो अब देखो जेंडर कॉलन 1. क्लियर? पता चला what is the difference between the both the query, right? Clear? Okay. So this is the one part that I want to display genders. Now suppose I want to show the age. I want to show the age. I want to display the age. Okay. So the age should be 25. Whose age should be 25? That record should be displayed. So I have only one record. I have only, but I want to display that whose age is greater than 25. Whose age is greater than 25. Suppose I want to write this that select age from enp info where age is greater than 25. So what I can do? So just simply you need to return like this $GT column 25. It's right or wrong? GT stand for greater. GT stand for greater. Dollar, it's a reserved keywords. We have been already discussed this thing that you are not able to a dollar symbol as a document value. We have been discussed this thing before 2 or 3 sessions. Why? Because dollar is a reserved keywords, right? So GT stand for greater. Now what is saying that you want to find out the age whose values will be greater than 25, whose values greater than 25. So just keep in mind the bracket only. That is very important thing over here. यहाँ एरर कहाँ पे आएगी? ब्रैकेट में ही आएगी मेनली. तो अब ब्रैकेट ओपनिंग एंड क्लोजिंग वो बहुत ध्यान से करना है, नहीं तो एरर आएगी. ठीक है, अब मैं एंटर मारता हूँ. सो मोर देन 25 कितने हैं? 3 है. क्यों 3 है? फिर हमने ऊपर की क्वेरी में क्या डाला है? जिसकी एज 25 है वही नेटवर्क डिस्प्ले करो. तो वो एक ही है. हमने 4 डेटा सेट, हमने 4 वैल्यू डाली हुई है. तो रेस्ट ऑफ द 3 क्या होगा? मोर देन 25. Are you clear? पता चल रहा है क्या समझा रहा हूँ? Have you got it or not? Okay, suppose I want to find out the less than value. I want to find out the less than value to LT. Less than 35. How many records we have? Only 2 records, 33 and 25. We have 33 and 25. I want to return the greater than equal to and less than equal to. I want to write the greater than equal to and less than equal to. No problem. Just you use the GTE. When I have written GTE, it's called for greater than equal to. GTE stand for greater than equal to. This is greater than equal to. If I will use the LTE, it stand for the less than equal to. It stand for the less than equal to. Clear up to this? What we have been seen over here? कि भाई कंडीशन के साथ कोई स्पेसिफिक कंडीशन के साथ कोई वैल्यू डिस्प्ले करनी तो कैसे होगी? तो हमने वो देखा. हमने कोई स्पेसिफिक फील्ड डिस्प्ले करना है तो कैसे होगी? वो भी हमने देखा. हम पता चला लेस देन, ग्रेटर देन, less than equal to, greater than equal to display only a specific field, to display all the field with the specific conditions. Is all the thing that we have been seen today. Are you clear up to this? Are you clear? Clear? Okay. Now we'll see another thing. Suppose I will write like this. that db.emp info and dot find as a first bracket is for the conditions that should be a, that I want to write as a blank. I'm not giving any conditions, and the rest one, that is a age colon 1. What do you mean by this? What do you mean by this? This means that you are writing the query like this: select age from emp info. This means is what? Select age from emp info. Now I will press the enter. I want to display only a age field, but I want to display all the age. I want to display all the age. Are you clear? Are you clear? Is there any question? No. Okay. So next thing, that I have a data set, that is this. Okay. Okay. So I want to display uh, a records whose first name is Mahesh. Whose first name is Mahesh. I want to display a record whose first name is Mahesh. Can you understand what I want to say? I want to display records or documents whose first name. Here we have a three name: first, middle, and last. We have first name, we have a middle name, we have a last name. Whose first name is Mahesh. जिसका भी यहाँ पे फर्स्ट नेम महेश होगा उसके रिकॉर्ड मुझे डिस्प्ले करने, सिंपल क्वेरी हमें यूज करनी. तो हाउ वी कैन यूज यूजिंग दिस एम्बेडेड collections. So what I will use? So first use the colon quotation, double quotations. Then I will use name dot name dot, because we have a name and inside the name we have another tree. We have another tree. That's name is first. So name dot first. You have name dot first. First should be what? What name should be there? Mahesh. So Mahesh. Clear? Comma. Okay, up to this I want to see the output. So this is the output. We'll see the in pretty form. Right. So I find out only one record. Out of 4 records, I have one document whose first name is. Now I want to do something else. I want to do that. Okay, I want to display a document whose first name is Mahesh, but I want to display only a name field. I want to display only. I want to write like this query, that select first, middle, and last name from emp info, where first is equal to Mahesh, like this. I understand. I want to display first name, last name, and middle name with the condition that a first name will be a Mahesh. So what I will do? I need to return comma, double quote in curly bracket, under the curly bracket. What I will return? That name dot first, that should be a 1, comma, name colon middle colon 1. Where is the error? Name dot, right? Then name dot last, that should be inside a double quotations colon 1, and $id colon 0. It's okay. Okay. So this is the thing. This is the thing. Are you clear up to this? Okay. So here we have been seen that how to fetch the individual records whose data type is a string. We have been seeing how to find out such a values who have integer data types. Here we have been also seen that how to use to find out the records whose data type is embedded. हमने यहाँ पे 3 डेटा टाइप की वैल्यू देख ली है, जिसकी डेटा टाइप स्ट्रिंग होती है या कैरेक्टर होती है वो कैसे एक्सेस होता है, दूसरा जो नंबर फॉर्मेट में जो डेटा टाइप होती है वो कैसे एक्सेस होता है, और तीसरी हमने अभी देखी कि एम्बेडेड डेटा टाइप होती है वो कैसे एक्सेस होती है। अब हम आगे देख रहे हैं कि जो एरे वाली डेटा टाइप होती है, जैसे ये हमारे पास है एरे है, टैग लैंग्वेज क्या है हमारे पास, एक एरे है। अब उसमें से मुझे वैल्यू फैच करनी है, अब मुझे इसमें से वैल्यू फैच करनी है तो कैसे होगी। सो व्हाट आई विल डू, just removing this all the thing, just I will write, now just keep in mind tag, what I have been written tag language, tag language. Now what is the array? Okay, what is the array? What is the array? Array is what? The collection of elements who share same data type, right? Who share a same data type. This is the array, right or wrong? Right or wrong? Yes. What is the starting index of array? 0, 1, 2, 3. Likewise, the array index start from the 0 and then incremented by 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. So here I have 4 values. So how many index value we have? 0, 1, 2 and 3 in the first record. So in the third one, in the second one, I have 3s, I have 4s, right? Some have a 5, right? Okay. So what I will do, tag language dot 0 colon Java, because we have a Java, we have a Java is there. Okay, Java is there, right? Okay, what is the error? Okay, the quotation is missing. Okay, I will do the quotations. Okay, now it's there. Out of all the documents whose tag language array start index value is Java, that record I want to display. So how many records I got? So just I'll return that dot count. So how many records I have? 2 records. I have 2 records whose tag language array value start on the 0 index is Java. You can see which one. So the first one is this Java, second one is Python, this is also a Java, right? 2 records we have. We have 2 records. Are you clear? Clear? Okay. Now suppose I will return like this. I am not using the dot 0. What happened? What happens that? Okay, suppose I will use the big data, right? So I will use the big data. So then it shows the output. Are you understand? So how many records I have? Sorry. How many records I have? 4 records. That means all the 4 records contain the value big data. You can see in the first record 10 language have a big data. The second language also there is a big data. In the third language also there is a big data, and in the fourth one there is also a big data. But on which index we are not concerned over here. At any of the index value within the array, at any of the index values have a bit data. 0 भी हो सकती है, 1 भी हो सकती है, सेकंड थर्ड एंड कोई भी हो, लेकिन उसमें बिट डेटा होना चाहिए. अरे बिट डेटा है तो डिस्प्ले कर देगा. दोनों में क्या डिफरेंट आया पता चलना चाहिए. दोनों क्वेरी में ये और इसके ऊपर वाली, इसमें हमने क्या किया कि भाई टैग लैंग्वेज का जो एरे है उस एरे के अंदर बिट डेटा हमें मिले तो रेकॉर्ड डिस्प्ले करो. पता चला एक एरे के अंदर पहले 25 रिकॉर्ड है. 25 रिकॉर्ड कौन सी इंडेक्स में क्या है हमें नहीं पता. हमें सिर्फ ढूंढना है 25 जो रिकॉर्ड है एरे के अंदर 25 वैल्यू है, उसमें से बिट डेटा नाम के अंदर मुझे वैल्यू मिलती है तो रिकॉर्ड मुझे डिस्प्ले करना विद इन दैट एरे. भला कोई भी इंडेक्स पे हो, 0 पे हो, 1 पे हो, 2 पे हो, 25 पे हो, 22 पे हो, मुझे कोई लेना देना. मुझे एरे के अंदर वो वैल्यू चाहिए. अगर वो एरे के अंदर वैल्यू है तो रिकॉर्ड डिस्प्ले होना चाहिए. तो उसके लिए आपको कोई इंडेक्स वैल्यू यहाँ स्पेसिफाई करने की जरूरत नहीं है. लेकिन अगर मैं बोलूं कि नहीं मुझे पहले इंडेक्स पे ही वो वैल्यू चाहिए कि एरे के अंदर फर्स्ट एलिमेंट विद इन द एरे द फर्स्ट एलिमेंट शुड बी अ बिग डेटा. इन द टैग लैंग्वेज एरे द फर्स्ट इंडेक्स वैल्यू शुड बी अ बिग डेटा. ये होगी જોઈએ અને એ જ રેકોર્ડ મારે ડિસ્પ્લે કરાવવાના છે. तो मैं क्या लिखूंगा यहाँ पे टैग लैंग्वेज डॉट 0. एरे की फर्स्ट एलिमेंट की इंडेक्स क्या होती है 0. तो दोनों में डिफरेंट पता होना चाहिए. जब आप इंडेक्स स्पेसिफाई करोगे तो मतलब उसी इंडेक्स पे वो वैल्यू होनी चाहिए तभी वो आंसर में डिस्प्ले होगी. अगर मैं इंडेक्स स्पेसिफाई नहीं करूंगा तो उसका मतलब विद इन द एरे का वैल्यू हो तो डिस्प्ले हो जाएगी. दोनों में डिफरेंट है. एक होता है विद इन द एरे और दूसरा होता है विद इन दैट इंडेक्स, विद इन द स्पेसिफिक इंडेक्स. उसी इंडेक्स में वैल्यू होनी चाहिए. और दूसरा होता है वो एरे में होनी चाहिए. वो दो डिफरेंट है यहाँ पे. आर यू क्लियर? आर यू क्लियर? लास्ट, आर यू क्लियर? ओके. But another thing, okay, this is the array. Okay, the last one, that is the array with embedded data type. Array with embedded. How to access the array with embedded data type? That we'll see. Okay, so how will I access the array with embedded data type? So which records I have? Language, language, language dot name, language dot name colon Urdu, comma. Now I will specify that I want to display only language dot name colon 1. So you can see over here. You can see over here. We'll do some changes to English. Okay, now you can see over here. मैंने क्या लिखा कि लैंग्वेज के अंदर, लैंग्वेज नामना जो हमारा फील्ड है उसके अंदर जो एरे हमने बनाया वो एरे के अंदर एम्बेडेड डेटा टाइप यूज की. एरे विद एम्बेडेड डेटा टाइप बराबर. अब उसमें से नेम की वैल्यू जो हमारा एरे के अंदर जो एम्बेडेड डेटा टाइप्स है उसके अंदर भी नेम नामना की है, उसकी वैल्यू अगर इंग्लिश है वो रिकॉर्ड हमें डिस्प्ले करना. वो रिकॉर्ड हमें अब इंग्लिश कौन सी इंडेक्स पे होगी वो में कुछ लेना देना नहीं यहाँ पे, क्योंकि इनसाइड द एरे एम्बेडेड डेटा टाइप की वैल्यू है. लेकिन एरे के लिए तो क्या होगी इंडेक्स पे काम करती है. अरे ये एरे है तो ये वैल्यू 0 होगी, ये 1 होगी, ये 2 है, ये 3 है एरे के लिए. लेकिन एरे के अंदर तो एम्बेडेड डेटा टाइप से 1 2 3 4. पता चल रहा है क्या समझा रहा हूं? मैंने यहाँ पे क्या क्वेरी डाली, तो ये लैंग्वेज के अंदर जो भी अंदर जो नेम नाम का जो ट्री है उसकी वैल्यू अगर इंग्लिश है तो मुझे डिस्प्ले कराई। अब मुझे यहाँ पे ये चाहिए कि इंग्लिश जो नाम है, इंग्लिश जो लैंग्वेज है वो पहले इंडेक्स में ही होनी चाहिए, एरे के अंदर वो पहली इंडेक्स में ही होनी चाहिए, वही वैल्यू मुझे डिस्प्ले करवानी है। पता चल रहा है क्या समझा रहा हूँ? लैंग्वेज के अंदर एरे है, एरे के अंदर डेटा टाइप्स है, तो एरे की 0 इंडेक्स में ही इंग्लिश नाम का लैंग्वेज होनी चाहिए, वही रिकॉर्ड मुझे डिस्प्ले करना है। तो मैं यहाँ पे क्या करता हूँ, तो लैंग्वेज डॉट 0 डॉट नेम, 0 डॉट नेम। अब इसका मतलब क्या हुआ कि लैंग्वेज के अंदर एरे, एरे की वैल्यू, एरे की इंडेक्स 0 और 0 इंडेक्स में कौन सा की होना चाहिए, नेम, और उसकी वैल्यू क्या होनी चाहिए, इंग्लिश। वही रिकॉर्ड डिस्प्ले हो रहा है, तो एक भी रिकॉर्ड नहीं है। अब सपोज 1 डालता हूं, so I have only one records, this one, only this one। पता चल रहा है क्या समझा रहा हूं? आर यू क्लियर अप टू दिस? तो यहाँ पे विल ट्राई टू यूज ऑल द पॉसिबल डेटा टाइप्स एंड हाउ यू कैन एक्सेस ऑल द पॉसिबल डेटा टाइप इन योर क्वेरी। पता चला क्या क्या कि मैंने यहाँ पे समझाया आपको? Here we have been seen that how to access a string in numbers, embed data types, simple array, array with embed data types। ये पांचों चीजें जो मेजर या कॉम्प्लेक्स चीजें हम बोल सकते हैं MongoDB की डेटा टाइप्स के अंदर, वो सारी चीजें हमने आज यहाँ पे समझाने का ट्राई किया है with example, and even we have used some of the queries over here as well। Are you clear up to this? Suppose now I want to use that, suppose मुझे 2 कंडीशन डालनी है, तो मैं कैसे डालूंगा? That will see in the next session. That is your that thing will see next session. That will see next session a 4th thing mainly we'll discuss today. Okay, first of all, what we have been discussed today? We have been discussed find query with conditions, right? Find query with condition and specific field should be displayed. Clear? Third, what we have been seeing, we use all major data types like number, string, embedded data type, then array with embedded data type, we also perform a query on this all data type. Clear? With different conditions. We have been also seen some operators. We have been seen operator, which operator? LT, GT, LTE, GTE, right? This thing we have been seeing today. Now in the next session, what we'll see? We'll see OR operator, AND operator, in operators, right, and many more. इसके अलावा भी बहुत सारे कॉम्प्लेक्स ऑपरेटर है, वो भी हम नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में, नेक्स्ट सेशन में देखेंगे. ये सब खत्म होने के बाद हम फिर एट द एंड, अगर ये नेक्स्ट सेशन में हम ऑपरेटर पूरे देख लेते हैं, और उसके बाद हम एट द एंड हम लास्ट जो दो चीज बाकी रहती है क्रड के अंदर, यू एंड डी, यू एंड डी, अपडेट एंड डिलीट, वो हम लास्ट में देखेंगे. ठीक है, तो हमने पहला स्लॉट में देखा कि क्रिएट कैसे कैसे होता है. अभी जो दूसरा स्लॉट हमारा चल रहा है कि क्वेरी रीड कितने लेवल पे हो सकती है, डिफरेंट डिफरेंट कंडीशन ऑपरेटर के साथ, वो हम देख रहे हैं अभी. वो सब कंप्लीट होने के बाद एट द एंड हम इस सेशन होगा कि अपडेट और डिलीट कैसे होती है चीजें. क्लियर अप टू दिस? We'll see in the next session. So even okay, even we'll see import and export, import and export in the last session as well. Right, we have been seeing the import and export as well in the last session. So first we'll see import and export, and then we'll start the operations. Right. So if you want to use some JSON file in your POC, so that you can use. Right. So you can download some JSON file from the net and you can use in your POC. And for that you must have to know the import and export commands, that how we can use the import and export. Right. So that we'll see in the next sessions. But up to this, is there any query? If you have, you can ask. If you want to ask any question, you can. Last, आप तीनों को कोई प्रॉब्लम, कोई पूछना है, कोई चीज समझ में ना आई वक्त तक? क्लियर सब कुछ? तो इसी के बेस में आपको पीओसी परफॉर्म भी करनी है ना. यही सब चीजें तो डिफरेंट डिफरेंट तरीके से वो पीओसी में डाली हुई है, तो वही आपको परफॉर्म करनी है. तो ये बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट है, ये पता चलेगा तभी आप वो परफॉर्म कर पाओगे. तो अभी कोई क्वेश्चन है तो आप पूछो, नहीं तो विल कंक्लूड द सेशंस. क्लियर? ओके, सो और जो जस्ट फिनिश द सेशन. ओके.